In the flyweight division at UFC London, you got Jafel Filho, the Brazilian, coming in at 14-3, taking on Daniel Barez, who comes in at 16-5. Now Filho, 1 inch taller at 5'7". He's 30. Barez, 34. Filho has a 3-inch reach advantage, 69-66. Both guys fight right-handed. Now, in terms of activity, that leans towards Barez, 3.5 significant strikes per minute to about 1.7 for Filho, actually 1.5. So 2 significant strikes per minute difference for Barez. Think about it, that's 30 over the course of 3 rounds. He also lands about 5 takedowns a minute compared to about just one, or not 5 takedowns a minute, 5 takedowns over the course of a fight, average fight, 3 rounds. Filho about 1 over the course of 3 rounds. So Barez has some advantages. Filho, 55% takedown defense. That is not going to help. He's coming off the loss to Makayev by submission. That'll make things even worse. He did beat Echeverria at the Contender Series by KO. Now, on the other hand, Barez recently, well, actually, he's got 100% takedown defense, but he's got the inflated stats because he has just 1 fight in the Contender Series. No UFC fights yet. He did lose to Carlos Hernandez by split decision. So the only big difference here is, you look at the numbers, they favor Barez, but he did lose that fight, right? He had 5 takedowns to none, but he wasn't active enough. So that's what's going to happen in this fight. But Filho's a little bit better. He's a Brazilian. He can handle himself on the ground a little bit. He's probably going to land more strikes and be a little bit better than Carlos Hernandez, who ended up beating Daniel Barez at the Contender Series. So I think Barez will get better. He's going to try to get some takedowns, more ground and pound. He's going to go for submission attempts. You never know, he might get one. But I just think Filho is better than a guy that already beat Barez. So I got to go with Filho in this one. I think he's going to land some significant strikes. Forget about the 1.5 significant strikes per minute. He'll improve on that here. But both guys may want to take this fight to the ground, and it's a flyweight fight. So get ready for some excitement in the first fight of the night. Look for this fight to go to the ground, potentially. And I'm leaning towards Jafel Filho to control on the ground and land more significant strikes. Forget the stats in this one. Filho wins, in my opinion, to move to 15-3, and he's got more experience here in the flyweight division at UFC London.